just joining, just following along with me as I build stuff. Questions when I can look at the camera. So I didn't really draw a pattern on here. So now I'm going to draw it as I cut it out. So like I said, if you're just joining me, I'm building some more of those drunken boards that I build. And you're along for the ride. Alright. I want to make this one. This one's going to be fun because it's going to have a lot of different designs in it. Chance to look at the comments and questions, I'll answer you. Alright, this is going to be the shape of this one. You see it? I'm not going to cut this line down the middle, that was just a reference point. So I'm going to be making a drunken, I think this is going to be a drunken cheese board instead of a cutting board. Fun, huh? So if you have any questions about what I'm doing or whatever, just post them in the comments here. I've got maple and walnut, and I'm making one of those drunken cutting boards, but this is probably going to be either, I haven't decided yet, because it could be 2 drunken cutting boards, or it could be a cutting board, a cheese board, or maybe even 2 cheese boards. So we'll see what we come up with. You guys are getting the full vibe in my shop here and listening to my music. See how these are going? I cut them out like this first, right? And they're double sticky taped together so they don't go anywhere. Then I can flip-flop sort of like this, but off of each piece and make that drunken cutting board look that everybody likes so much. Like I said, this one's just going to be fun. walnut is kind of holy. April or 1979. Do I do custom orders? Yeah, just email me. It's on my bio, and we can talk about the project that you'd like me to do. And this is the only type of building really that I do anymore, because I've retired from doing cabinets, but I am keeping my shop and get to do fun stuff like this and make a whole bunch of fun stuff. Finished 50. Oh, your dad, Christine, your dad's been a Finnish carpenter for 50 years. Hard of hearing? Yeah, I'm hard of hearing as well, but I started off with my parents with a landscaping business, and, you know, earplugs and stuff were not readily used, but they are now. This machine here, this bandsaw, is not very, it's not very loud at all. So I don't really wear it with that, but I can't even hear it that much anyways. Michael, Luna, it depends. I don't have anything in my stock right now for cutting boards to tell you how much they are. So, but I will give you a reference point. The big 22-inch by 14-inch, the big ones were like $250. So everything else is going to be a little bit smaller. I want to definitely make it so more people can get have one of my crafts in their home. And again, I'm just making another drunken cutting board. These are my pieces. So I'm going to be able to show you the first couple steps on the live. And this is before I actually get to my full in-depth video on YouTube that I got to make. I've just been busy, you guys. Yeah, we're getting to that knot. I don't like it. Tell when it's hit a tough spot, because you hear that little whine. I've got no room over here. PJ in Tennessee. That's great. He's cabinet maker. Hello. I have actually a really great friend that just moved back to Tennessee. If I could remember the name of her town, I would tell you, but there was just a train derailment there, if that helps. Hey, see when I cut these out? College Dale. Yes, that's it. Yeah, my great friend Trisha moved there. We're gonna go see her. So I will be making an appearance out in Tennessee. Like, just on the regular street, I guess, because I don't have any kind of notoriety. So anyways, I'm making these. You see, I've drawn what I want to cut out. But when you make these, you don't want to stop and try to go over to your line. Just let it flow. If it moves this way, let it move that way. I live right there. So, oh, you do, Studio Acre. Dang, what happened? Did they? Oh, was that the semi across the tracks? Because there was another derailment, but I don't know why. Very cool that you live somewhere cool. Not cool about the train wrecking. Well, no hate mail. Now you can hear this saw kind of whine, that little, or scream, whatever you want to call it. And that's because it knows it's going through something like this. Semi was crossing the tracks. Yeah, that's right. How crazy. And you know, like when we all used to ride the bus to school, for those of you that rode the bus to school, we're like, there's never a train coming. Why would you stop here? I guess for some reason we wanted to get to school quicker. Okay, I'm gonna take y'all with me. Cut out my pieces. This is where the magic happens. Hold on. There you go. Maybe you can see better. Oh! Shit. There you go. Maybe you can see better. Oh! Shit. All right, there you are. Sorry, I accidentally invited you, Deb, to go live, but that was because I dropped my phone. Nothing personal. Hi, Jacqueline. And Deb, I'm glad you got to catch this live. I didn't really plan for it, but I figure like, you guys want to see stuff made? It might, maybe you're at home. Maybe you want to make stuff. Okay, look. This, so I went from, my first step was to take 2 different pieces of wood. We have walnut and maple, and use the 2-side sticky tape between them, sandwich them together. I drew my lines on the top piece of wood, the lighter piece of wood, because the pencil lines are harder to see on walnut. And then after I drew my lines, I just went over the bandsaw and cut them out, and this is what I have. These were the lines that I drew, and they're all cut out right now. So that's the first step, just putting your pieces together, cutting them out, and then you got to take these apart. Is my radio a little loud? I mean, I'm enjoying this, but maybe you're not. Turn it down just a hair. Okay, hold on. So again, we're talking about making one of these, and this is going to turn into one of these. But the drunken squares will be a little bit different, because it's fun to make different types of them. Okay, so I'm going to take these apart, and then I'm going to flip-flop every other one. See, that's going to be a piece I need to glue or trash it. So I'll probably just trash it. Let me get a little closer here. Leah Moran, hey. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I'm just building things in my shop. Figured I'd hop on a live. I think you could grab a screwdriver real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, so then I gotta split these guys apart. Flip-flop every other one. And that creates our drunken cutting board look. Where did I get the apron? It was a gift, but it's, where is it at? It's made by Eco Zen. ECO Zen. And it is cruelty-free. It is canvas, not leather. Okay, this is what we're doing here. Just taking these apart, because when I cut these all out, oh, it was like this. So when I cut these all out, it looked like this. So now to create this effect, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna alternate. I'm gonna go like this. You see, it'll start building one and the other color. And that's what I need Yeah, I didn't really plan when I put the sticky tape on. I didn't really plan to make them this small, so it looks a little shady. But it's gonna work. Okay, work. Okay. That real woman. You got that right. So I'm pulling off this tape that I held them together with while I cut them. Thank you for sharing the live. Renelle Shea. El Deuterino, how you doing? Alan, thank you so much. And Happy New Year to you as well. Original Girl Revolution. Thank you, but I mean, everybody is as talented, right? We just have to learn it. Like, I can build anything, right? But with my new job, I'm working with same industry, but now I'm selling the products. So you want to talk about classes on a computer? I'm actually getting the hang of it, but it's just kind of frustrating sometimes because all I've did is, Facebook and social media. Now I got to act like an adult and use a computer. I'll take a shady one any day. A shady what? GS Sweeney or G Sweeney. First job was for a master cabinet maker. That's awesome because you know what? These guys aren't around anymore. And the guys that I learned from, they're well into their mid-70s. And you just don't find the very many people that are willing to learn. I mean, it's the hell is that? It's a really long process to completely learn cabinet making to where you don't need to go ask somebody a question every few minutes. Oh, Troy Maz, I'm glad you like the Famel wood. It's the best wood filler out there, isn't it? Like, if you try to use DAP, it's just junk. Famel wood is what we're talking about. That's Famel wood. And make sure you get the solvent base. The water base, nah, not as good. You said one look shady. I see, I'll take it. Okay, yeah, that is, you're correct. I forgot. We are building, for who just asked right now, we are building one of these cutting boards, the drunken cutting board, and I'm going ahead and showing you the first couple steps because you can't build this all in one day. It could take you, if your wood isn't already wide enough for the finished size that you want, you'll have to glue it up, which is incidentally what I'm going to do with these two pieces of walnut here. I got to glue them together so that I can put them with these other pieces of maple that I have and make stuff out of those. So anyways, just to recap, what we're doing is building one of those drunken cutting boards, okay? Right there with the checkers. We started off by taking two different types of wood, sticky taping them together, two-sided, drawing our lines, cutting them out, and now we are in the stage we are now, okay? And now I have taken the sticky tape off of, why do I always say sticky tape? I don't know, it's tape, it's sticky, right? So now we have two whole different sets of this, okay? Watch this. So we're gonna go like this. And this is how you build your board. See how it's coming out different? Sorry folks, I am not a professional speaker, but I could talk all day. this one is going to have to be a little small unless I glue this back. Have to be a little small unless I glue this back. I think I'll glue it back when I glue this piece. Okay, so this is the start of the board. Like I said, we took two different pieces of wood, put them together, cut them out at the same time. If you don't cut them out at the same time, these things are never going to fit together well here or here, because you'll just see gaps in them, and you really need to use a bandsaw to do it. Pacific Northwest girl, hey, how's it going? Your dad loved making tessellation boxes. What is a tessellation box? I'm not familiar with the term. That's awesome, though. Any day, anybody that can build anything, it's really interesting to me. Marianne, I see you have boards upright. Is that how you store wood, or laying down flat? If I'm storing lumber, I lay them flat in my racks. The ones that I'm working with that are behind me that have standing up, I've been cutting them up. I mean, you could stand them either way, but you want to make sure you keep them as flat as you can. And sometimes concrete, if you set something on concrete, sometimes it will wick up a little moisture, but it's really, really minimal, and I always cut the edge off anyways when I start off. Never use a factory edge because they're not usually clean. Tattoo Buddha. I'm good. How are you? APL 1979. Hello from Guadalupe. Hey, yeah, that's my hometown. I just saw the, oh, Monique wants to see the wood filler. I just saw the flooding over there in Guadalupe, and it's pretty bad, but it's always bad, right? But saw the, oh, Monique wants to see the wood filler. I just saw the flooding over there in Guadalupe, and it's pretty bad, but it's always bad, right? But the beach, we've been watching the beach creep closer and closer to, here's the wood filler, creep closer and closer to the parking lot since I was a kid. This is Famo wood, just wood filler. If you guys need wood filler, there it is. Great, like the artist that did the stairs going nowhere. Yeah, just like that. Moonlit Crystal from Arizona, hello. You can buy one of my cutting boards by emailing me. I currently do not have any finished. I sold out of my first ones. And Mama Chonies, love your name. My Shopify is not up and working yet. I just took it down because everybody was asking what's the code, but you're just gonna have to email me. I'm still working on that, and I will be posting what I have as far as inventory another day, because I'm making the inventory currently. Nice to meet you as well, Tattoo Buddha. Tessellations are like what you're doing. It's the arrangement of objects close together. Oh, well, that's very cool. So now what I'm going to do is glue these up. And if you'll see, I have two boards that, this one's a little bit thicker than this. And it's what I had sitting here already just to play with. So that's what I used. So I'm going to grab some clamps and we will clamp this up. Bear with me real quick. All right, so I'm gonna glue one of these up at a time. So once I glue these up and they're done, and I'll send them through my planer, get them nice and flat, I'll stick them back together, and instead of cutting this way like I've done, then I'll cut this way, so that way when I take them out from cutting them, I can flip-flop them like I did these, and it creates this checkerboard pattern. Can you please show us your wood filler product again? Yeah. I'm not sure if that was an old or a new comment, but there it is. It's a Famo wood solvent-based filler. Comes in different colors. Dust Bunny, is that you, Dustin? If it is, what's up, man? How'd you guys fare in the storm? Yeah, I'm gonna have to replace that piece. Well, this is gonna be a short board then. Okay, So we're gonna take these out because this piece is broken. Maybe. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to save that. Tarum, thank you. I thought it was a fun play on words, right? As you thinking one thing, but wait, it's just a woodworker. Oh, I still gotta use these so I can glue it up. Like this. Okay. Otherwise, I can't put it in my clamps. Yeah, I like the username. We all know the video that I'm referencing, right? But the video was definitely odd. But I thought it was a hilarious username. Glue sticks. So whenever I clamp anything up to glue it, I usually try to use a protector because these feet will still dip into and gouge your wood. So it's good to always use something like that. Let's make sure we got it wide enough. Too wide. Okay. So now we are ready to glue these guys up. Oh, I guess I should put it the right way, right? There it is. It's kind of fun to do this and tedious at the same time. Just because you've got to get these little grooves like right in line with each other so that it's a good fitting joint. And I know we all like a good fitting joint. Not too tight. All right, so there we go. All right, so there we go. And I had a roller. So let me grab my roller for my glue. Yeah, if you don't look it up. Exactly. You, Pacific Northwest girl, you're liking the one you made right now? What did you make? The tessellation box? And is it a box? Pacific Northwest girl, you're liking the one you made right now? What did you make? The tessellation box? And is it a box? Mama Chones, yeah, I'm probably going to save it just because I can glue it back. It's just going to be a pain, but whatever. Okay, I'm going to go grab my stuff, okay? Be right back. Not too tight or too loose. That's right. Where is it? Damn it. Well, it turns out that I used my roller that I was going to use to put this glue on for some paint on the last job that I did, so I never rinsed it out. So I'm going to use a brush to spread my glue. Yeah, if you tuned in and I'm not really all that organized, and sorry, I just wanted to bring you guys along while I'm here in my shop building stuff. Some people have been really interested in trying to build these cutting boards at home, and I keep trying to show you how, but I just haven't had a chance to make the in-depth video that I've been wanting to make about it, but I will. So follow along, peeps. So everything that I make, I will be selling. And you just have to email me to buy something for right now until my Shopify's working. But also I will be posting what I have available, because right now I'm making what I'm gonna have available. I left some tape on this one. Okay, this one's gonna be interesting. These squares, you can see they're gonna be a lot smaller. It's just a random pattern that I traced on when I cut it out. And I'm gonna start, but I've already started, but I will be, just so you guys know, posting any of the lives that I make on my YouTube channel. Same name, 2 Girls, 1 Cut. That way, in case you missed something, or you just see what on my YouTube channel, same name, 2 Girls, 1 Cut. That way, in case you missed something, or you just want to see what we talked about one day, then go check it out. It's hard to believe I put that one on top, but. And this is out of some fall off that I had, or if you don't know what fall off is, it's scraps. Yes, big pieces of wood that are, you know, they cost money, so why not use everything? This is from the last batch of boards that I made. And this happens to be one of them. Oh, and that being said, yeah, this is the only cutting board that I have available right now, is the one next to me. But you guys are going to want to check out what I'm doing with a cutting board that I'm donating for a wildlife fundraiser. So the lady contacted me and asked about would I want to donate a cutting board for this wildlife fundraiser, and I said, absolutely. And then she texted me back and said, okay, great. When I pick it up, I'm going to bring over this little owl for you to meet. And I'm so stoked. It's a local place. I think it's called the Falconry Experience in Paso Robles. I mean, I don't know about you, but I would love to meet an owl. Oh my God, do I get to pet him? That would be so cool. I'll take it. Okay, if you want to buy this cutting board, you got to email me. You got to email me. It, just so you know, it is $250. Pet him. That would be so cool. I'll take it. Okay, if you want to buy this cutting board, you got to email me. You got to email me. It, just so you know, it is $250, and you got to pay the shipping. All right. East. And like I said, sorry, I'm not just sitting around answering comments, but I will try to get to you, because the gluing process, I want to make sure I get it good. So it takes, you know, 3 days of letting the glue dry to make one of these. So, you know, if you want to see the whole thing at once, you just can't. See, this is going to be cool. This is going to end up into little checkers, just like this board. Shout out to Tight Bond for making great wood glue. This is waterproof wood glue. So that's exactly what you want to use on something that will have moisture on it. So I've been looking at my TikTok notifications, and TikTok is saying that I should battle somebody. And I don't even really know what that means, but I guess it's like you just have a live together. And I should battle somebody. And I don't even really know what that means, but I guess it's like you just have a live together, and people send you hearts and things like that. So if anybody's interested in doing that, let me know, because I wouldn't even know the first thing about it. Okay. And I can tell which side is the right side up because of how they fit and also the markings that I put on them. Except for on the walnut, there are no markings on the walnut. This is what they call black walnut, and then I have white maple. So it makes a nice contrast on these boards. But I am also gonna make some red and black with some paduk wood. It turns real red. And then I'm also gonna use some zebra wood. Have you guys seen zebra wood? It doesn't really look like a zebra, it's just really black and it's so cool looking. Type of thing that you would just wanna put a clear coat or put some oil on like I'm gonna do and call it done. So if these are dry, well, these will be dry by tomorrow. When I get off work tomorrow, I'm gonna come over here and do the other cut. So tomorrow you're gonna be able to see that board made out of what I'm doing right now. And each time you make one of these drunken cutting boards, you'll have enough for two. And each time you make one of these drunken cutting boards, you'll have enough for two. So they could either just be two separate cutting boards, or you could make two of these and then just glue them together. Or I should say, laminate them together, which is the same as gluing them, just fancy. I made a few cheese boards the other day, just for fun. Why not? All right, now I'm gonna clamp these guys together. When you clamp stuff, it's important to make sure that your clamps are, if your board's like this, make sure your clamp's like this. Make sure your clamp's not like that or it can move things out of position. If you don't plan on clamping anything, well, at least you have something to tell somebody that is clamping something. Make sure you get your clamps straight. Okay, this one can be, all right. So I have a height difference in my material because I was using scrap, but that's gonna be okay. So I'm tightening these both at the same time so that nothing moves. Because I have a lot of curves, and I've got a lot of curves. I don't want anything to move. Because I have a lot of curves, and I've got a lot of curves. I don't want anything to move. All right, now I just need one clamp over the top here, and I'll clamp the other one. Of course, I get a metal splinter in my finger from the clamp. Okay, no broken nails here. So you want to tighten your clamps so that you get a good amount of squeeze out, which just means that your glue is coming out of the joints. See how it's coming out? Okay, great. saw that this was broken, because I showed you, this piece here. So there's a great product. You saw that this was broken, because I showed you, this piece here. You saw that this was broken, because I showed you, this piece here. Can't answer you right now. So I'm gonna glue this one upside down because of my height difference, so that the height difference is all on the back where I can avoid these knots. So this one's gonna go like this. Oh yeah, need our little protectors. Hear what I'm listening to at all? It's Mike Love, not the Beach Boy. This is reggae singer Mike Love. If you haven't heard of him, you're welcome. He is absolutely phenomenal. His voice, his message, everything blows our mind every single time we hear him. Okay, there we go. This is how she's gonna go. Take it on back to Beacon Hill. And then we have this, and then the broken one. So if you guys need to stick something together, and you really don't have a lot of time to wait, let's see, how's this piece going together? There it is. Okay. There's this kind of glue. It's called CA glue, or it's a cyanoacrylate. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna use this to stick that quick stick this broken piece back. It's kind of like super glue for wood, but that really holds. Okay, so now I see my contact points. You don't want to glue this out of whack, right? All right. If you're just joining me and us, I'm just showing you guys how to build one of these. If you're just joining me and us, I'm just showing you guys how to build one of these. It's not really a how-to, just... All right. She's... All right. She's almost stuck. Let's see. I gotta have to put some more of this on. This thing's really porous. There's barely any contact points. All right, that piece does not want to stick. I just can't get a good contact point in there. All right, so I will put that on with the other wood. Not want to stick. I just can't get a good contact point in there. All right, so I will put that on with the other wood glue and just clamp it into the clamp setup here. start gluing these one by one, clamp it into the clamp setup here. And we'll start gluing these one by one and see what you guys are saying. Where are you? Bree Pearson, I am in Atascadero, California. Okay, great. Yeah, like it's unscripted, right? Do you regular cutting boards? I haven't made any regular cutting boards in quite a while. Paula, how did I acquire so many tools one by one? Yes, it was one by one, and everything secondhand. I did not have any money. Yeah, I've just sourced my tools secondhand, and those are usually the better ones, the older style tools. Miss Q Jones, your question is not working. It wouldn't send my question. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but go ahead and try here on the comments to send that if you like. All right, so we're gonna glue this last one up. Bringing all the love, bringing all the joy, bringing all the good and positive energy into the room tonight. Oh yeah, we're doing this face down. I'm doing it face down because I have a material thickness difference. So when you make yours at home, if you don't have a planer to just plane it right off, and generally speaking, we should start off with the same thickness of wood when you make these. And I'm gluing it in on both, all of the edges. So that means if this piece is glued and that piece is glued, they're gonna touch together. I'm not avoiding putting any glue on. I want to make sure that this thing is good and stuck, and it just kind of helps to work the glue into the pores rather than just gluing one side. If you just glue one of the pieces when you have to put two together, that's one way of doing it. But like I said, gluing both sides of each piece really helps me to get these things together and not have any kind of issues. Yeah, it's upside down on this one. Okay. This one's gonna be crazy. I don't even know what it's gonna look like. I can't picture it in my head. Like, it's gonna look like one of these, but the squares are gonna be different. Different, smaller, a little more wild on this. Maybe we shouldn't call this a drunken cutting board, this one. Maybe we should just call it like a plastered cutting board, or send help. We'll just call it that. When I get done gluing this one together here, I'm going to take you guys over and show you the cheese boards that I made yesterday. They're not the drunken style, but they are beautiful besides that. But I will be making the drunken style. I'm going to make a, like I was talking about earlier, black and red, purple and white. I might get some canary wood and do some yellow ones. So there's so many different types of woods that you could use to build things with. You know, some woods are native. So many different types of woods that you could use to build things with. You know, some woods are native to places and some woods are not, but you can basically get whatever you want now as far as wood species and build whatever you want. That's my compressor. I'm going to shut it off. People that are hurting, people that are in pain, people that haven't found this light yet. It's time for us to be the leaders and go out and share. Since I was over there, here's one of the cheese boards that I made yesterday, or the day before. This is Paduk. Hello from Texas. How about them Cowboys? I don't even care if we lost last week. Just how about them? So this is a Paduk wood cutting board, or it could be a cheese board, whatever you want it to be. See how pretty it is? I made a few of these to start building my inventory of stuff, but like this isn't my full-time job, so please bear with me while I make stuff because I have a full-time job too. Now I'm just an old woodworker. Oh. Rachel, hello. Sounds like you got it. Air. You mean my compressor? Because it was pretty loud, right? Love what you're doing. Thank you so much, Ann. Really just trying to pass along skills, you know? And show, you know, you really don't have to have a bunch of years invested to learn how to make simple things. This really isn't that simple, but it'll give you something to shoot for. I mean, it is just cutting and gluing and things like that, yes. Now, just to perfect your technique might take you a few times, so as a beginner, just if you want to make one of these, follow along and you know, just keep familiarizing yourself with what we're doing and what the steps are. All right, I need more glue. So these cutting boards will last, you know, as long as you take care of them. And by take care of them means, you know, don't fully submerge them in water. Re-oil them if they look dry, which is something everybody and anybody can do. You can't really over-oil them because it'll either absorb or it'll not. So if you're worried about, you have a cutting board at home and you're worried about, does it need oil? Oil it. Worst that can happen is it can be just good and sealed. Just make sure you clean it really good first. And if you have like a 180 grit or higher sandpaper, I would recommend to just kind of lightly sand over it with your hand. That's awesome. I do leather tooling, but this is something I could incorporate. That's really cool. I used to work with leather as a kid, just kind of, I don't know where I got these letters and a few things for, I think it must have been like a leather belt kit or something, but work with leather as a kid, just kind of, I don't know where I got these letters and a few things for, I think it must have been like a leather belt kit or something, but, and I was interested in it a lot then. I just haven't done anything like that in quite a while, but that's interesting. And a lot of the things, well, one in particular now is that I wouldn't personally own leather anymore. If I've already have it, then okay, then, but I've changed my ways of thinking on a lot of things, and animals is definitely one of them. So that knot I tried to glue together that was just too damn porous to even get a good contact point. I'm just gonna slop that up with the glue, and then what sticks, sticks. So anyways, like I was saying, I don't know if you guys can hear the music that I'm playing. It's Mike Love, he's a reggae singer. And he's phenomenal. Like, all due respect to Bob Marley. He is the best, right? He is. And I think Bob Marley would be so proud of Mike Love. Man, not the Beach Boy, the reggae singer. You guys got to check him out. Anyway, why I was talking about him again is because he's coming to our area, San Luis Obispo, and he's going to be in concert with Stephen Marley. It's you know, Stephen Marty just had a tragedy in his family, so I hope that he's okay, whether he makes the show or he doesn't. But yeah, wow. That's all I gotta say. Well, that ain't all I gotta say, but. Yeah, the rain and weather's been crazy. I have an oak tree right up here above my shop, and I was really thinking that it might come through the shop, so I was kind of worried and checking on the shop all weekend, but it was fine. But we got more rain coming. Okay. So yeah, all my tools, I didn't have a bunch of money or anything, still don't. All my tools I bought secondhand, except for like my drills and drivers, like this pack. I bought the Makita packs, you know, but everything I just sourced and put together. A lot of it was Craigslist, machinerymax.com. They liquidate shops and things like that. So if you're even in the restaurant business or the building business or any kind of industry like that, check them out because they have tons of stuff. And they have industry like that. Check them out because they have tons of stuff. And they have auctions all over the United States. It's not just California. There's been really cool things, and Canada too. There's been really cool things I've seen on there and wanted to buy, or at least bid on, I should say. So it is an auction. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to Ontario, Canada to pick it up. Make sure you get your clamps in the right position. So one of the coolest things to me is watching people build. There's a guy that makes teapots out of clay, and he also builds all kinds of stuff, and he just amazes me. I wish I knew all those old ways to do stuff, you know, like by hand and things. Let's see. Do you have to have a joiner? Let's see. Do you have to have a joiner, or could you just use a planer, Marianne? You know, I have never bought myself a joiner ever. I've never found it necessary. The same thing that a joiner can do, a table saw can do. So for me, it was a no-brainer to not buy one. What do I oil them with? Beth Swain. I use Howard's cutting board oil. It is food grade. You can see that beyond the comments there. It's also made in the USA, actually here local to me in Paso Robles. Then once that's done, I put same maker, put this on it. And with these in conjunction with each other, make a really good board as far as protection wise. And I have used just one or the other before, and it works just fine. Literally, you could use mineral oil that you might have in your home. Just kind of double check, make sure that there's nothing else in it. Like I said, this is food grade. Okay, this guy keeps tightening. When are you gonna stop tightening? There it is. One more clamp across the top, then we're done. And then I'll show you guys some other stuff, and we'll take some questions too. So now that one's gonna dry. for 24 hours with the other one. Hold on, and I'll show you with them sitting next to each other so you can get an idea. Come with me. Thank you, Sunny Fun Days. So this is what they look like. Okay, so we have to make, we stack our boards on top of each other, right? Cut them all out, flip-flop each piece, and this is what we come up with. So tomorrow, I'm going to send these through my planer, get them all nice and flush with each other, cleaned up, and then we're going to cut them this way, which in turn is going to make this really cool cutting board like this. This one here. So here, let me put you back in the holder. Sorry, I don't have a camera person on me. Do you only make cutting boards? No, I am. Sorry, I don't have a camera person on me. Do you only make cutting boards? No, I am. I have been I'm making what I want to make here in my shop, and some of it I'll sell, and some of it I'll give away for gifts. I'm not sure. How much are one of the boards? Elise, it depends on the size. The one that I have right here, some of it I'll give away for gifts. I'm not sure. How much are one of the boards? Elise, it depends on the size. The one that I have right here, this big guy here is, this is the last one that I have left. I put feet on it so they don't slide around. See the feet? This size here is 22 and almost 22 and a half inches this way, 14 and a half this way, and it is 1.25 inches thick. So it is a good size block. This is $2.50 plus shipping. I will be making smaller ones. I've had lots of people ask me if I make a smaller size, and I will. That was just the size I made first off. All right, so this is the paduk. It's just the wood and the oil. It's beautiful, isn't it? Let me show you the other ones too. I'm not going to be here very long on this live. Just going to show you guys some stuff, and then I got to go home. I'm really trying not to set my stuff in that glue. There's sawdust on these, but this is the other one that I just cut it out, sanded it up, routed it, oiled it. Pretty. Thank you, Walnut 360. Thank you for just watching what I do. I really am honored that you guys watch anything I do. I've just been doing this in here for so long on my own. I was like, okay, check this one out. And it's all flat, it's not rough, and there's no holes in it or anything. There's a hole to hang it from here. But just the wood is really pretty. I've had this piece of wood in my shop for a very long time. Obviously it wasn't shaped like this, but it's just a pretty piece. And this is just a piece of white oak. Now this